As a college student, what is your definition of food insecurity?
Probably just not really like having the resources to acquire food, whether it be like your family's income or your own income, or just like your location too.
I would just define it as like not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, or like not necessarily knowing what your resources are. Yeah, I think it might be a little different here because we don't have a dining hall. So I think it's a little more insecure, I would say. I don't know. It depends on like budgeting and stuff.
Yeah, I would just add to that and say like, it's, like your ability to eat isn't unlimited. Like everything that you said in that, I think sums it up.
What do you think are some of the big causes of food insecurity on college campuses?
I think it's because people don't know about like maybe deals that they could access or like ways that they could like shop smarter. People really like don't know how to do that.
People never having had to like fend for themselves or be responsible for keeping themselves fed, so not really knowing what to do and not being educated on how to balance their money and things like that.
I mean, careless spending, like not budgeting correctly, like not making sure like you have enough money. Like I have the Get app where I know how much I'm spending and like budgeting.
Well, you have this.
So how do you think the GW administration can better help address this problem on our campus?
Well, I think they took a step in the right direction when they added $200 to each student G-World card for each semester. And I think further embracing programs like the GW store is really important, but also in a way there shouldn't even be a need for the store. So I think the next step would be, like our final goal should be to make sure that programs like the store don't even have to exist in the first place. So it should be to essentially run these programs out of business in the best way possible.
As a college administrator, what is your definition of food insecurity?
That's a really good question. I think everyone defines food insecurity a little bit differently, but I know that we have students who struggle with making ends meet and having enough to eat. And I think that's how we define it. We don't have a dictionary definition, but I think we're just sort of thinking there are students who are struggling to make ends meet.
How many college students across the country do you think experience food insecurity?
I think it's actually more students than you'd expect experience food insecurity. And I think that's one of the things we found just in the last 2 years as we've started to ask students. They've really come forward and said they have struggled with it, and it's something we need to address.
What do you think are some causes of food insecurity on a college campus?
I think there are probably a lot of causes of food insecurity. I mean, I think students, they're trying to balance a very diverse budget. They have their tuition and housing and dining, and then they probably need to work, and so they have to figure out a way to make all that work for them individually.
Do you think food insecurity is an issue at GW?
Yeah, I think food insecurity is actually something that we know that students are struggling with, and we've seen that in surveys, and we've seen that obviously in opening the store and the response, and we know that there are students who are coming in here on a daily basis, both undergraduates and grad students, who are saying at some point, either a week, a month, or in a semester, they don't have enough funding to make ends meet.